welcome to another episode of It's Tipp, Topp Fishing. My name is Keaton, and spoiler alert, there are quite a few carp at the end with a decent sized carp, and I show you exactly how I caught it. Thank you, Hardy Dar in the background. So I take you through the rig, I take you through the bait, I take you through how the rig works underwater, which is quite cool, and then we catch a couple of carp. So the first part of this video is I got to go to Ritvlei Nature Reserve, which is a wonderful place in Pretoria, and it's a fantastic place to fish any kind of method you like for carp fishing. So you can papgooi, you can specimen, and there are fish to support that. So there are quite a lot of small ones, but they're also quite big fish. I've seen a 16, 17 kilo fish come out of there. I've personally caught a 12 kilo. So there are quite nice fish there. So let's see how that went. We are here at Ritvlei Game Reserve. Well, this part of it is not really the game reserve. There is a hippo in here, I think, and buffalo have been walking around here in the past, but it's pretty tame this side. So I haven't come here in a long time. So I'm only here for 24 hours or less than that. I managed to get away from work for a little bit just to come here and fish and make some content for you guys. So let's see how the session goes. Because I haven't been to Ritvlei in quite a long time, it is best to check out the bottom of the dam again. Because the dam, what it does is, because everything is moving in the water, the things are constantly changing. So if you went to a dam, say today, and you checked it out and you know exactly what's happening, where the weed is, where the gravel spots are, and then you come back in a year, that weed might not still be there, that gravel spot might be covered with weed, you don't know. So the best way to do that is, the best way to handle that is, when you come back to a place that you haven't been to in a long time, it's best to scout it again. And the best way for me, in my opinion, especially at a place like Ritvlei where you can't use a boat, is use a Deeper. I've got a Deeper Chirp Plus 2. The plus means it's got a GPS built into it. So as I am casting and checking out what's at the bottom, like at the moment we're in 1.3 meters of water, which is not as deep as I thought. It's got a GPS that links to satellites, and then it makes a bathymetric map. So I am today making a bathymetric map of the first swim in the sloep. This is my sex appeal hat, by the way. If you ever wonder why all the women want me, it's this hat. Oh, okay. So it's about 1,000,000 degrees in the sun. And I found out that almost the entire sloep has at least a meter of weed over the bottom. So game plan, right in close, I'm talking 10 meters out, the weed stops, and I'm going to put one rod on the left here. That's only for tonight. It's in about 70 centimeters of water, and the phrase is, if a carp can fit, a carp will swim in there. So I'll just have to keep quiet tonight. Then I found one spot that is clear, but it's literally up against the reeds. So if you move the Deeper this much, then you are in weed again. So I've literally got a gap of about like that much, and that's the spot I can use. And then the other one I'm going to chuck over the reeds, and it's going to be a choddy. So it'll be a nice high choddy, hopefully floating over the top of the reeds. So that's the game plan. Let's see if we can get it done and hopefully catch a fish tonight. Name of the game today is hook point protection. I'm going to have to put a lot of PVA over everything to make sure that hook point doesn't get caught up in the reeds. So yeah, that's the status right now. There's a 10% discount on all Deepers if you use the discount code Keaton10. So go to Deeper, the link is in the description, use the code and you can buy a Deeper and it's a 10% discount. Yes, it's an affiliate link, so that will help me. It'll send some bucks my side so then I can make more content for you guys. So it's a win-win for both of us. Thank you, Deeper, for that. Hello and welcome to a very cold morning in Ritvlei. Nothing happened last night. I had a couple of, there it goes. The black sparrow hawk is flying. It has been hunting. It's not much has been happening. So yeah, I had a couple of liners, some which were fish and then the others were a bloody duck doing Swan Lake over my middle rod. But yeah, not much happening other than that. What did I learn is check your swim before you commit to it. Now what I did, because I was so excited to get out of the house and away from work, is I set up my trailer before I scanned, because I'd fished this look before. Now when you fish a place and you haven't fished it in a long time, it doesn't mean it's the same. So what I should have done and what I advise you guys to do is stop your car there and your camper or whatever you've got, but don't set it up yet. Stick your Deeper out or your lead or whatever you use to see the bottom. Find your spot first to see if there's a spot that you can fish, and then set up your camp. Now it's time to watch the part where I caught all the fish and exactly how I used it, because I was like, okay, I just want to catch something. Best way to catch fish is to go back to basics, and this is the rigs, the baits, all of the information you need to know on how I went back to basics and caught some wonderful carp. Now for the tactics, because we've gone back to basics. Because when you're coming back to carp fishing, you can't just throw all the guns and roses at everything and then expect to catch, unless you're really talented and better than me, which you probably are. Anyway, so we are going to the method feeder. The method feeder is like a millibomb. What is the difference? The millibomb's got the weight at the bottom, which is better for casting. This guy's got the weight at the bottom side, if that makes sense. So when you load it up, which I will show you right now, with bait, it is designed so the method feeder sits like this in the water and then falls all the way down, hits the bottom like this every time, so that your hook bait sits on top of the ball of bait, so that hopefully as the carp sees your little ball of free offerings, it picks up your hook bait first. Then what have I got? I have got a short segment of about 2.5, maybe 3 inches of braid. Then I've got a kicker and a wide gape hook. I think it's a size 6, it might be a size 8. I did tie it a long time ago, so it is either 6 or 8, both of them work. You just can't go with a size 4 or 2 because the weight of your method feeders is not enough to set the hook. This is a 40 grammer. So you want a smaller hook so that this can set the hook initially. Then I have got a hair and a pink floating maize and a neutrally buoyant washed out corn. They're both fake maize. So the reason why I've gone for pink and washed out is that it's hopefully going to attract the eye of the carp. So the kicker, what it does, the kicker is a little way to make your hook turn into the carp's mouth like that. So it's just something to pull that hook around so it catches hopefully the bottom lip of the carp, and then you're off to the races. Now the bait I decided to use today is very simple. It's chicken laying pellets. It's as simple and as cheap as you can get. There's no fancy anything. It's got a higher protein count, it's got a little bit more calcium, and yeah, I like to use it when I'm fishing simpler. And then what you do is you get those chicken pellets and you wet them, and it makes like a mealie bomb. And it's a slightly more nutritious mealie bomb than plain normal mealie bomb, and the carp tend to love it. So mix it up, get it nice and soft into like a paste, and then put your bait in the bottom of the mold that you usually get with your method feeder. Clap some free feed over it, so in this case your chicken pellets that have been melted down, and then squeeze it down and then pull it out of the mold so it looks like this. Now that is going to fly nice and straight. It is nice and aerodynamic, so it's going to fly further than you think. Probably not as far as a mealie bomb, because a mealie bomb is quite big and they're usually heavier. So this is more short range stuff, and it's going to lie perfectly flat on the bottom like that with my hook bait waiting for the carp. So hopefully the first thing that the carp eats when it smells all this juicy deliciousness is my hook bait. Putting out quite a lot of bait. All of the bait is now dropped off. Let's hope that it brings in the carp for later. I do think they're probably only going to come in tonight because they're not used to getting fed, but once they find a feed they're going to start munching, because I know these pellets work, and I know they work here, so let's see. There are a few things I've done differently with my pod. Now, first thing is I have used these gripper, what you call butt rests. Now they hold onto my rod slightly tighter and can allow my rod to be pulled slightly harder without it coming off the rest. Next thing is I've used the R2 siren bait alarms from Nash. They've got these snag ears that also stop the rods from going over. And then I'm also pinning the whole pod to the ground. I want them to be into the max tension they can deal with without snapping the line, so that they don't wrap me up. Because if I take too long to get to these rods and they've got plenty of line to run with, they will tie the worst knots and I don't feel like swimming. So that is what I've done. Now all we got to do is wait for a bite. Well, that didn't work out like it was supposed to. In the net! Yeah! There you go. So, this is the guy we've just caught. I'm holding him over the water, so if he jumps on anything, he'll go straight back in the water. But it's exactly how I showed you. So, method feeder, a couple of chicken pellets, and some floating maze on that rig that I showed you. Everything worked perfectly. Very excited. Let's put it back and get another one. Excited, and I'm just letting you know that I have swamped my boots. So
I'm stuck in space, got a daydream running through my brain every day. Heaven in my denim, world's a bore, but I'm okay anyway. I wanna shake it out, toss my
morning. So I took out the rods last night because I just wanted to sleep. Terrible fisherman, I know, but I'm quite happy I did because I just slept so lekker. So I'm gonna put the rods back in this morning, same tactics, same everything, and I'm just gonna enjoy some fishing. Last night I did have to move the caravan at like 11 at night because the leveling wasn't right and I was sleeping on a downhill. So yeah, that was fun. And then yeah, that's about the update. So let's just catch some more fish, eh?
waking up from where they've been in the dark. I don't wanna stay inside, I'm gonna keep on dancing even after I'm gone. I just wanna shake it out, turn my weekend upside down all the way. Ooh, I like it the way I move, I like it the way I move, I like it the way I move, I like it the way I do, I like it the way I move, 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 I like it the way I do, I like it the way I move, I like it the way I move, I like it the way I move, I like it the way
Ran towards me.
I like it the way I do, I like it the way I move, 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 I like it the way I move.
Now it's the plan of netting both without letting one of them go. All of them have been caught on the same rig. Exactly the same rig. Come on. Both in the same net. Now the point is to put the bait back on the spot because they're obviously there as fast as possible. But check still, the hook points have been so sharp, even though I've caught 3 different fish on them and all of the fish try to snag me. So yeah, that says quite a lot about these Nash wide gap hooks. They tend to do the business. Okay, squeeze it nice and hard. There. Not too hard. Perfect. Gunk. Lovely. And we are back in action. There you go. Hello, little one. Thank you for your attention and goodbye. The pistol resistance. There you go. A 10.6 kilo, beautiful carp caught on exactly what I showed you. The pink fake maize, the method feeder, the chicken pellets on that little braided hook link. That's all it is. Very nice. And yeah, it's all thanks to the Deeper, which found me my little clear spot between the reeds. I fed it up and back to basics. You find the spot, use the right bait, use the right rig, and you'll be onto these. Lovely, let's put her back. At least one fish. There you go, another one, about 4 kilos, not big, but it's a fish. Yes, back to basics, let's go. So isn't it nice when you go back to basics and you catch such wonderful fish? I had such a wonderful time, and don't ask me where it is because I'm not going to tell you. They used to let fishermen fish there until fishermen completely stuffed up the area and abused the owners. So we made our own bed with that one. So I'm very lucky that they let me fish there, and I'm very sad that you guys don't get to fish there either. So thank you so much for watching. Please pop a comment and let me know how you go back to basics. It's quite interesting to share each other's ways of going back to basics and tell each other what works in the simplest form. And yeah, thank you for watching this episode of It's Tip Top Fishing. Till next time, tight lines, guys.